Hello, beautiful people. I'm Pastor Jason at Riverside Church, and this is your Midweek Encouragement. Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again so much for tuning in and joining me on this Midweek Encouragement. We're continuing our journey in the book of Mark, chapter number 8, talking about the blind man from Bethsaida that Jesus healed. And it's about him restoring his vision, or him getting his vision, and looking at that particular story and being encouraged from that. So let me read the text and we'll keep going on this journey together. When they arrived at Bethsaida, some people brought a blind man to Jesus, and they begged him to touch the man and heal him. Jesus took the blind man by the hand and led him out of the village. Then, spitting on the man's eyes, he laid his hands on him and asked, "Can you see anything now?" The man looked around and said, "I see people, but I can't see them very clearly. They look like trees walking around." Then Jesus placed his hand on the man's eyes again, and his eyes were opened. His sight was completely restored, and he could see everything clearly. Jesus sent him away, saying, "Don't go back into the village, on your way home." And we've been talking for the last couple of weeks, and here we are in week number 3, about the ones that actually brought the blind man. It said they brought him. They had to lead him. Their touch couldn't heal him. Their touch could only lead him to the place where he could get his healing. And then we talked about being grateful and thankful for people that are willing to bring us out of our dark places, willing to bring us out of blind places, or even places of our dysfunction, and bring us out of a place where we're abnormal into a place that feels maybe more normal. But even moving into normalcy scares and frightens a lot of us. I think it's because we've been in our darkness so long that light kind of scares us. And so then we end up staying in dysfunction, or we end up staying in darkness. And I just want to encourage you and say it's much better in the light. And I want to compel you and provoke you to let the people that are leading you out of darkness into light follow after them. And then we're going to talk this week about these same folks that are leading. And the thought that I had on this is, sometimes there's been times in my life where I just couldn't find my way to the Lord. I, for whatever reason, had been in a place of despair, or a place of brokenness, or a place of hurt. And sometimes I couldn't, it was so dark where I was, I couldn't find my way to where the Lord was, to be restored, or to be healed, or to be repaired, or whatever it was that I was in need of. But I'm thankful that God's always had people around me, or people connected to me in my life, that even though I couldn't find my way there, they had the ability to sense and recognize that there was something wrong, and they would begin to intercede, and they would begin to pray. Never discount prayer. Never make prayer a light thing. Never make prayer like this last resort thing. Well, I did everything I could. Now I guess I should pray. No, friend, you should have been praying from the very beginning, or maybe having someone that's close by that knows your situation to pray. And so the text goes on to say that, so Jesus took the blind man that they brought. People brought him, and then it says Jesus took him. Sometimes, in order for you to get to the place where you can get your mind straight and get your vision clear, or get your sight back, or get your vision straight again, there has to come a time of separation. There are people that are in our lives for reasons and seasons. They may be temporary. And I'm going to just say this. Some of the biggest mistakes that you and I can make is taking people that were meant to be temporary and making them permanent. There are some folks that they were just meant to be temporary in our lives. Doesn't mean anything's wrong with them. Doesn't mean they were bad. Doesn't mean any of that. It just means they were supposed to carry me so far into the journey. We can see in this text that these people brought this man to Jesus, but then Jesus took him and out away from them, out of the town, outside the town. So not only did they bring him, but Jesus said, "Thank you, I'll take it from here," and then took him and led him outside the town. And so I just want to encourage you and let you know this. If you're looking around right now and you say, well, there are people that used to be in my life that are no longer in my life, hey, don't grieve, don't mourn, quit being sad, lift your head up, lift your eyes up, put a smile on your face, because that just means to me that there's a blessing getting ready to come your way. There's a miracle getting ready to come your way. There's something substantial getting ready to come your way. And the people that brought you could only take you so far, and now Jesus has got his hand on you, and he's going to take you the rest of the way. And wherever he's taking you, friend, you can count on this. There's something great waiting for you when he gets you there. So if there's no more, if those people are no longer in your life, it's not a time to grieve and mourn anymore. It's a time to celebrate, because something good is getting ready to happen. I want to bless you, friend, and say thank you so much for tuning. I hope this blesses you and encourages you. If it does, do me a favor, like, follow, share. And then maybe take this video and share it to somebody else's screen that maybe need to be blessed or need to be encouraged. I hope that this means something to you and blesses you. I pray that you have a great rest of the week this week. And I'll see you again next week as we continue our journey in the book of Mark, chapter 8. Y'all take care now. I love you guys. See you next week.